Portland, Oregon, renowned home of farm-to-table artisanal curling. This is the Evergreen Curling Club Game of the Week. Hello and welcome to Evergreen Curling Club's Game of the Week. My name is Sarah Maywalt, and I'll be taking you on a magical curling adventure over the next hour. Today's matchup is between the 5 Rockin Chicks and Team Schmaltz. With me later is Bruce Irvin, who knows a heck of a lot more about curling than I do. So let's not dawdle, let's get right to the action. Alright, we're here and we're ready to start the action. Today's game is between the 5 Rockin Chicks and Team Schmaltz, 2 teams that we have seen before. Again, appeasing the spirit of curling with handshakes and good play. They know it's good for them. They do not want to die. Right, so the 5 Rockin Chicks on lead, there is Jeanie King, or Jeanie King, or I'm going to mess that up, so I'm sorry, Ms. King. Second is Kelsey Schneider for today. The vice is Tammy Lechelt. Tammy. We'll just call her Tammy. Lechelt. And as the skip, once again, is Kris Klinkhammer. On the green rocks will be Schmaltz, or yellow. Team Schmaltz. The lead is Don Mattos. The second is Bill Standeven. The vice is Dave Milne. And the skip, of course, is Alan Schmaltz. Now, we're hoping for a really good game today. Now, we only have a couple more weeks where we're going to keep the K's of London. It looks like 5 Rockin Chicks have the hammer in the first end. And now we go to the first 4 rocks of the first end. And that is a whoosh. And that's out of play. A little bit of shaky play up front for both teams. And now Schmaltz has 2 rocks in play, and red decides to take it right out. And that is a single takeout, but still, just 1 green rock in the house as we go to the final 4 rocks of the first end. Now, 5 Rockin Chicks have the hammer, so Team Schmaltz has the honors. This will be Scottish Dave, the vice for Team Schmaltz's first rock of the game. I would try to do a Scottish accent, but I know I would do it so poorly that it would only upset the poor people of Scotland. And as I learned from the movie Braveheart, they've gone through some stuff. It's a nice soft delivery there. Looks like this is a draw, or at least an attempt at one. Well, it looks a little heavy right here. I don't know if it's going to go all the way through, but it's going to give it a go. Kris is going to try to sweep it out. Nope, it stays in. Back 8. That's not too bad. Let's see what the 5 Rockin Chicks do here. They're trying to go behind the green rock, give a little cover. They do have the hammer, so this is Tammy. Oh my God, you know what, Tammy? If you're listening to this, please, just give me a primer. I even asked one of your teammates how to pronounce your last name, and no one was able to tell me. So here's Tammy's first rock of the first end. Again, they're trying to go behind that front green rock there, give it a little cover, get something in scoring so that this is looking like it's going to hit the green rock rather than go behind it. I mean, that's not what they wanted it to do, but it is in play, and they're going to have to deal with it. I mean, it is second shot there, or is it? Yeah, it is second shot there. I guess they're going to take it out. I mean, with the hammer, you really want to start putting some rocks that are scoring at some point. Right now, Team Schmaltz is getting the best of this end. Scottish Dave. I love how he sticks his gripper in his pants. For those of you who don't play curling, I'll talk about grippers a little later. Now, I thought he called a takeout, and I think it's really light for a takeout, but he got it. He got it, and he missed all of his own stones. But for those of you who aren't curlers and you see people going up and down, what I mean by a gripper is, you have a sliding foot and you have a regular foot. The regular foot has the gripper on it all the time, but the sliding foot has this Teflon pad, which makes this game really safe. And when you don't want to fall on your butt, you put a rubber gripper over the Teflon. And what Scottish Dave does is he has a pink one and he stuffs it in the back of his pants. And it's kind of funny to watch. You can just take a look at that as the game goes on. Again, it looks like we're trying to get behind one of the green rocks for some cover, but this is a little heavy. This is going to be, I don't know if it's all the way out, but it's fourth rock there. So right here, Team Schmaltz is still scoring 3 as it stands right now as we go into the skips rocks. Now this is Alan Schmaltz's first rock. They're discussing things. I think they're going to try going behind the green themselves. It's kind of funny when you don't have the hammer at this point. It's almost like too much. There's almost too many rocks in there. Anywhere you put a rock, it's going to be close enough to another rock that somebody can take a shot at a double. But, that's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have a whole ton of rocks in the house. And Alan Schmaltz, first rock. Again, these are the rocks from Cays of Scotland. And actually, as of me saying these words, we've boxed them up and shipped them on to the next location. So in a couple of weeks, you're going to see our club rocks. Let's see. Honestly, at this point, you got a ton of rocks in the house. A little guard out front just to make that draw into the center for the team with the hammer is really not an awful shot. So, 5 Rockin Chicks, of which only 4 can play at the same time. They are going to have their first stone here. So, at any rate, the Cays of Scotland rock are actually off our ice as of this recording now, and they were really fun to play with. I can't wait to have every sheet have these rocks. But they let you play a little bit more aggressively because they just move. They move side to side, they're a little bit smoother. It's even when it's like stopped. When a rock is stopped, it's got a little bit of static friction that you have to overcome, and the longer it's been there, the more it sort of sinks into the ice. But these K's rocks, they move really, really smoothly. You don't have to kick them out. So we're looking to come in, I think. I think she's looking to come into the, but I don't. Geez, I don't really know what they can do here. They're just gonna push Team Schmaltz rock in a little further. So now they have 2 rocks in the house, but they're 4th and 5th rock. They're discussing their options here. Alan was looking at a guard to take away any sort of raise of 5 Rockin Chicks rock. Now it looks like they're going to go for a draw-in. After the second end, we're going to have Bruce Irvin join me in the commentary, and he is a person who I'm told has been absolutely instrumental in us getting our own dedicated ice. Right, no screaming, no frantic sweeping so far. Looks a little heavy to me here, but it's going to get around that front green rock. Yeah, it looks a little bit heavy. Oh, no. Look at that. Slowed right down. That is a beautiful shot. That is glorious. So now they're sitting 4. This is real trouble for 5 Rockin Chicks here. I mean, they gave them the option. They gave them the ability to knock that red into the green rock that's on the button. The red rock out front, they could try to... They could try to knock it in and knock out that green rock that's touching the button there. And honestly, I don't see... I mean, they could try to draw in. I mean, these rocks have enough movement that they could just do a straight draw in and probably have enough weight to tap that green back out. So it's whatever the skip's comfortable with here. As we see on sheet A, the red team has scored 2 in the first end. Okay, final stone, first end. Looks like she's going for the promotion here. She looks a little left. Ooh. And that, my friends, is a worst case Ontario. So at the end of 1, Team Schmaltz 4, 5 Rockin Chicks 0. 5 Rockin Chicks will keep the hammer, which is the worst consolation prize. I mean, it's something, I guess. But you don't want to lose 4 to keep the hammer. There's no strategy in curling that involves losing 4 in the first end. Well, 5 Rockin Chicks started off really good here. They've got a rock in undercover already. But they tapped that green back, and now it changes. This game can change very quickly. Oh, that's a nice takeout there. And now we have the final 4 of the second end. So looking at it right here, there's 3 rocks in the house. Green has the first and the third, and 5 Rockin Chicks have the second shot. The second shot is in undercover, but so is the first shot of Team Schmaltz. It looks like they're going to try to tap the green one back and knock the red out of the house. Scottish Dave, as you can see right there, the pink, as I was saying before, you can see the pink, the pink gripper. See, I can't do that, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to tell you, it would show too much. I have hard enough time getting pants to stay up. That's what happens when you got a belly. And you're gigantic. Some sort of beast from the ocean. Well, that was really close. Not what they wanted to do, but because those 2 rocks are about the same, they're about the same depth, it would be very difficult for them to hit them both out with one shot. So, not the greatest, but didn't put them in much worse situation. Tammy's first stone in the second end. Yeah, this has got some weight to it. Needs to curl. You can tell. It looks like it's going to hit their own rock out front. Maybe it's just going to miss it. Oh. Well, got lucky, and it stuck to that green rock in the back. It hit that one out. What do they call that? Blocked into it. I gotta get better curling vernacular. And maybe there's like a curling commentating training course that I can take somewhere in like Edmonton. It's a hard word to say. Edmonton. That's in Canada. Dave Milne, second shot here. Bill's there in the sort of like black and blue tracksuit. It's a very sort of like Royal Tenenbaums looking outfit. Oh, that's way too deep. Yeah, that's gone. Okay, well, a fortunate miss for 5 Rockin Chicks, and they're going to be able to clear something out. You can see Scottish Dave there putting the putting the gripper on his foot so he can stand on it. Somebody told me just this past week I should stop sliding around so much. And the fact of the matter is, I am 40 years old and sliding is fun, and I do not have that many years left to heal if something breaks. So I'm going full throttle. I'm sliding everywhere. Okay, nice shot. Got it. Slid it over. It would have been kind of nice if they, if that had slid over a little more, but that would have taken a ton of weight. I'm going to tell you something. That's where the ladies have the real disadvantage in curling. They just can't throw the same weight as the guys. Unless you're like doping or something. We just don't get the muscles. So here's Alan Schmaltz with the first skip rock of the second end. And here we go. Taking dead aim at 5 Rockin Chicks shot rock there. That is shot rock. It is the closest to the center. But it is way out in the open, and Alan took advantage of that. So right now, Team Schmaltz is sitting 2. They have the first 2 rocks from the center. There are still 3 rocks to play, so 5 Rockin Chicks are they're not in as bad a situation as they were in the last end. But they still would like to get at least 2 out of this. And I think part of the front end is a little upset at all the talking or something. I don't really know what Kelsey's doing there. I don't know what that... It's almost like a sweeping motion. She'll have to... See, when I was editing this, I saw that, and I had to... I had to show that. So if Kelsey and Jeanie are embarrassed by that, just remember there are cameras on while you're curling all the time. Just a reminder, I'll actually have company next end. Gonna have somebody who actually knows something about curling talking. That's great. Good for you guys. Thanks for hanging in. Curling is fun. It's like shuffleboard, but you're more likely to hit your head and die. That's my curling song. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll be here all the week. This is Chris's first rock of the second end. Brought to you by the Light FM. Well, that's not too bad. But is she trying to kick it out? Well, yeah, I think she wanted to hit that out a little bit more. You know, 5 Rockin Chicks are sitting 1, but 2 and 3 go to Team Schmaltz. And with a successful takeout here, there's almost no chance of 5 Rockin Chicks coming away with 2 this end. And this is Alan's last rock, and this is definitely a takeout. He'll, of course, try to leave the rock in there to hopefully cause the 5 Rockin Chicks a little trouble. Now they're sweeping it. That thing is moving. Wow. That is unfortunate. Right now, we just went from 1 to a possible 3 for 5 Rockin Chicks. That's it. That's the problem. You assume that somebody makes a shot when you're doing the analysis, and then they don't, and you look foolish. Okay, so I believe the goal is to hit that green one there on the left out and have it roll towards the center so it's inside the other. So it's inside that green, just outside the 4-foot. If you're listening and wondering what I mean by 4-foot, is the blue circle is 4 feet in diameter. That's the 4-foot. The white outside the blue is 8 feet in diameter, and the red, the big circle, is 12 feet in diameter. So if you hear those words, that's what they mean. Oh, they are going. They're trying to hold the line, but that's moving. That's moving. They got to keep it away from their own rock. Yeah. Sails through, but... Well, 5 Rockin Chicks get 1. After N2, it's 5 Rockin Chicks 1, Team Schmaltz 4. We'll be back in a moment with the legendary Bruce Irvin. Are you in the Portland area? Do you want to try this crazy sport called curling? Well, Evergreen Curling Club has classes for you. Start with a Learn to Curl class. That's a 2-hour class that shows you the basics of the game and how not to kill yourself playing it. If you want a little bit more in-depth instruction, we'll try Curling 101. That's a 5-week course. Now, we won't guarantee it's going to get you gold at Beijing 2022, but it will help you get ready if you want to try any of our leagues. If you're the type of person that just wants to jump in, we do have novice leagues, but we do recommend that you have a Learn to Curl behind you before you join. Now, all 3 of these options are open to anyone, and you do not have to be a member. To find out more about that, visit evergreencurling.org. All right, we're starting N3 here with the first 4 rocks from each team. And with me today is Bruce Irvin.
Hey, Sarah. Happy to be here.
Quite a few guards. A nice. That was an accidental raise there, I think.
So, Sarah, I'm sorry to come in late. Who's winning?
Right now, Team Schmaltz is up 4-1 off the back of a 4-point steal in the first end.
But looks like Red's got a stone in the middle now.
Yeah, and here we are with the final 4 rocks for each team in N3. So when you look at a house like that, when the vices are about to throw, what are you thinking?
Well, for the team that does not have the hammer, things are looking really good because they got a good quality shot rock, and they got a good quality guard out front. That's what you look for.
A good quality guard.
Yeah, near the center line.
Yeah, you got to spend. It's got to spend a little money on that guard. You don't want to go too cheap. Dollar store it.
You don't get it for free.
Oh, absolutely. And here's Tammy's first rock at the end.
Looks like it might tick the green one.
Oh,
that won't hurt him. Now they got even better guard out in front of the shot rock.
Yep. Now, Team Schmaltz is the same team as we did in the first week, and they haven't learned their lesson and worn hats.
Still follically challenged. Now, the 5 Rockin Chicks don't have the same follicle problems. No, they got it all going on up there.
Absolutely. And this is Dave. Is it pronounced Milne?
Yep.
Okay, because I was like, maybe Milne or something like that.
It's the Scottish inflection.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Here's Dave Milne, Scottish Dave's first stone of the third end.
Yeah, he's going to hit the red one. Yeah, that doesn't help the green team. And in fact, knocks the red one in. There's count 2.
It's hard to tell with the fisheye lens if that one on the outside is actually biting.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It'd be good to run out there and quick ask him. Just say, let us know. We need to know in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely. If you does the club have a budget for a time machine? Fourth wall, people. Fourth wall. We're breaking it.
Tammy shots underway.
Waving at the stone, that's customary.
It's polite.
Absolutely. It appeases the spirit of curling.
It's going to be nice. It's going to bounce off the green one and roll right over.
Well,
Takes away their second shot, but that's okay.
yeah,
Al-
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Alan's looking at his options, and he's thinking, come right in the middle, right in between that. That's a gutsy call. No, he changed his mind.
Maybe our Scottish Dave speaking Scottish right now.
Makes you quiver, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Gives you the goosebumps. The Scottish goosebumps. Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. Right through the middle.
That just whooshed. Whooshed. It gave all the rocks passing by a nice gentle breeze.
Nice whooshing sound there.
Yeah, my favorite author is Douglas Adams, and he always said he loves deadlines. They make a pleasant whooshing sound as they pass by. That rock was a deadline.
So now red team can just pop that green one right out of there? Is that what they're going for? Or they're going for a draw?
I always find it difficult to really tell when the skips are throwing because they're not trying to communicate it down the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, she's holding it on the tee line, which says draw to me.
It does. I'm surprised they're not going for the takeout, but she knows what she's comfortable with.
Now, in my short curling career, I'm always more comfortable with a takeout, and that's probably because of bowling.
Oh.
I've started to call strikes a deck-tuple takeout.
The old 4-3 split.
4-3 split. Oh, yeah, that's a pain in the butt. That's a pain in the butt. Every split's a pain in the butt.
Got some good-looking guys over in the other sheet, don't they?
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at that guy. He's just standing there with the broom. Manly.
He knows how to call a draw shot.
Absolutely. And here's Kris's first rock of the third end.
It's going to hit the guard and maybe open up a shot for
Yeah.
Alan to get the red one out now.
I like how they're discussing where the rock is going to roll afterwards.
Yep.
These are things I don't think about at this stage.
But these guys do. It's really important at least to have a plan. They might not actually make it, but they in agreement of what they want.
Yeah. And here's Alan Schmaltz with his first rock of the third end.
It's a big shot.
Yeah, it's looking a little hairy down there. No pun intended.
Looks a little wide. Is it going to come over? Here it comes. Really nice shot. And he's going to get that roll too, Sarah.
Yeah, that's nice. I have a feeling a lot of success on this middle sheet has to do with how much experience they have with the new rocks.
They do. They play differently. No question about it. They curl more. They're quicker. And yeah, you got to have some practice.
There's also a bit springier.
Springier. Yeah, I like to call them bouncy.
That's nice. That's nice. Better than my word. Springier.
Pam calls them lively.
Yes, she does. But she's been curling her entire life, so I'm sure she has a grammar all her own about this.
No doubt. So it's a good weight. Is it going to come over?
Not sweeping yet.
There it goes. It's going to be a good shot.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't nose. I think she wanted a bit more of a roll.
Yep. Now she's given Alan the same shot as she just made. That makes it easier for him.
That was the first and the front end's really asleep there. That rock, he had to go get it himself. What's even the point of being a skip if you have to get your own rock? Ridiculous.
That's just not courteous.
Dan, Bill, you're on notice.
Back to curling 101 for you.
They didn't teach us that in curling 101.
Alan's coming up a little short here. Is he going to get it?
He's wide.
Little nudge. And he makes the shot.
Very fortunately wide, actually. And at the end of 3, we have Team Schmaltz 5 and 5 Rockin Chicks 1. And now on to end 4. That looked really nice until it didn't stay in.
It did. Now they're going to try to pop that green one out. Uh-oh, somebody burned the stone.
Yeah, I actually looked at that whole video there. I still don't know what happened. But they stopped it 2 inches shy. So I don't know what occurred late enough to do that.
That almost always means that one of the sweepers touched it or burned it.
Okay.
And they're calling it on themselves, following the spirit of curling.
The spirit of curling. Ooh. It's October. Perfect time for the spirit. If I was going to do that boo spiel, I'd definitely be the spirit of curling.
You telling me you're not doing the boo spiel?
I don't have a team.
Oh, Sarah.
I don't have a team. No one wants to play curling with me yet. They don't know who I am.
Did you try walking around the neighborhood with a breadboard? Come on. You're not working hard enough.
It's not really a St. John's sort of sport. As far as I can tell, I'm the only one. And here's Scottish Dave. Has Scottish Dave ever curled with a kilt?
Never.
No. Oh. Well, at least it opened it up a bit.
It did, and it put a green one behind the guard. Not all bad. Kris Klinkhammer's going to ask for a guard up on the center line. Wants to protect her shot rock. Do you know that Tammy here throwing? She's assistant volunteer coordinator at Evergreen Curling Club.
Assistant volunteer coordinator.
She is. We're all 3. We got 3 assistants.
Well, that's good. Because what if the assistants need assistance?
Then they got 2 other assistants to assist them.
Well, I guess they
Nice
plan
shot,
B'd
Tammy.
that.
That needs a little assistance to get in the house. And it was a really good shot, right around the guard.
I thought they were trying to place a guard.
They were, but this is good too.
Yes.
Good plan B.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. What is it about curling that brings people to it? Because there's obviously something. It sort of hooked me, but I still don't really get it.
I think it's just the beauty of that stone gliding so effortlessly down the ice. It lures you in.
Like a siren song.
Yeah. And then there's the camaraderie. Everybody working together as a team, working on that shot, making it happen.
What? Oh no, this is not good. That means bad things. That's not. That means this render is crap.
Well, it's better now. Don't give up.
Yes. I don't know. I don't even know what end we're on.
It's the fourth end.
It is the fourth end.
Here we go.
Now that was a prime example of a Sarah Maywalt-esque delivery.
As long as the stone gets there. Gonna pop her a red one. It might go right in the house. Look at this. Sweep it hard, Jeanie. Get it in there, Jeanie.
Go, go.
Nice.
That's a nice
Good
shot.
sweeping. You know, the Jeanie there sweeping is assistant volunteer coordinator.
Well, that's fantastic.
Did you know there's two assistant volunteer coordinators on that team?
I mean, I know there's at least two.
It's astounding, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Jeanie is, in fact, in charge of monthly volunteer awards.
Oh.
Yeah. Free drinks, all that kind of stuff.
That's nice.
Yep.
Now, because Evergreen Curling Club is a non-profit organization, we're pretty much run by ourselves, all volunteers.
That's right.
Which is why, if you come to curl here, you have to sign a waiver, because none of us have enough money to pay the lawsuit if you sue.
Nope. Nice shot, Alan.
Oh, I have a feeling he was hoping the green one didn't eject.
Yeah, Kris just needs to bump that one out, and she can sit 3.
Yeah, it's amazing. You can be down there curling and up here speaking at the same time.
I'm that good.
That's I think that's what they call the Picard maneuver.
I just hope that I'm more successful on this end than I was on that end. I learned that week, Sarah, that you can't give up too many 5 ends and expect to come out on top.
That's, you know, you have to be curling a long time to get that kind of knowledge.
Yep, you really do.
Not too many. 1, 2, 3 maximum.
That's the tops.
And here's Kris Klinkhammer with her first stone. Oh, we got to get around that
narrow.
guard.
It's gonna bounce in.
Ugh. Well, could be worse.
Yeah, not all bad. Alan's going to try to make it worse by putting up a guard. Teams have been having a really hard time getting guards into position well on the sheet B. The rocks curl so much, they don't really know where to put the broom, where to throw, what angle to get it in there. So I've seen a lot of center guards missed. We'll see what happens here.
In the last video, we had an end where basically all just clustered in one spot out front.
Yep.
And people just couldn't get around it. It's like there's a little black hole sucking them in.
It's like a Lagrange
You
point.
listen to it.
Oh, no, it's just what I call that.
You did-
Lagrange point.
You call that a Lagrange point?
That's what everybody calls it.
Well, now.
Guys just sweeping it.
Yeah, that's not good when the skip comes up near the hog like that.
No, he's light, and it's over curling. It's just really hard to throw center guards on sheet B with the way those stones curl.
Now, is that simply the rocks, or is some of this the fact that we're using deionized water now, that people are just sort of not used to that too?
I think it could be somewhat the water they use. They did use deionized, reverse osmosis filtered water for all the ice this year, and the ice seems faster, and people just aren't used to controlling their weight to that fine degree. But I really think the main thing is the stones. I think they were sandpapered a little bit before they got to us, and that'll make them curl more aggressively. And people need to put a good strong spin to keep the curl, and they need to account for just how much the stones are going to curl, and they just don't believe how much they're going to go.
Yeah, they are crazy compared to our club stones.
They are.
Here's the final rock at the end.
She's a little narrow. Kelsey's sweeping it hard. It's a big shot for the game. This is for 4.
Yeah. Well, they're going to get around the guards. Let's just see if it stays in.
She got it out.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's 4. Nice shot.
Nice. Way to go, Kris. And at the end of 4, 5 Rockin Chicks have come back and have tied it 5-5. And now here's the first 4 of N5. I'd like to point out to anybody listening at home that 5 Rockin Chicks were named by themselves. So please keep any angry postcards, for some other indie curling commentary show that you're watching.
These girls are owning it.
Absolutely.
They own their name.
So this is the only team that I see on the the docket or whatever for the competitive league that actually have an alternate.
Oh yeah. A lot of teams will have a regular sub, and they won't list them as an official team member, but they'll always call the same person just come in and sub. We did that last year on our team.
And here's the final 4 rocks of the 5th end. I guess I was kind of wondering if they're trying to put a team together to go to like regionals or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's part of it.
Oh.
She got a piece, but not enough. Green's building up a lot of stones around the outside. That could be trouble. As someone who's given up quite a few 5 ends in the last couple weeks, I know trouble when I see it, Sarah.
It's called trouble with a capital trub.
I can't do anything about it, but I know it when I see it.
Okay, it looks like Alan wants to draw in behind that guard. Now, if you find yourself with the good fortune of that many rocks sitting in the house, what's your strategy? Is it just try to keep the rocks away from each other?
Yeah, that's one part of it. Green has a hammer too, so they're also try to keep them on the edges. Keep the middle open. Although that's not what Alan's trying to do here. He went for the middle, which is a little bit a little bit different. But, all those rocks around the edges is what a hammer team will try to do.
Right.
They always want to leave a nice path open to the forefoot for the hammer so they can get out of any trouble if they need to.
And here's Tammy's second rock. Now it looks like they're hoping for a draw behind one of the guards there.
Looking good.
Yeah.
It's got to curl a little more.
It's going to go a bit deep.
Stop. That's a really nice shot. That shot rock.
Wow.
I think there's enough room for Alan to come around and hit it. Or you just take the guard out. Like that's what he's going for.
I mean, I guess they have 3 stones left, so
Yep.
it's not like they're in a hurry.
It's a good point.
All right, 1 good point.
He's hoping for 5 good points here. But I think, like you said, he's got time, so he can take this one out now and score later.
Right, since it is his rock, maybe you want to leave it around. Oh.
Uh-oh, what's this guy? Okay.
Well, that's pretty much what he wanted to do.
Yep, he did it. Kris will try to put it back up there. But again, throwing guards on swingy ice is tough to do. We'll see how they do, but it's just not easy.
Guards are not easy on swingy ice.
Yeah, and I said swingy ice, but what I really mean is the stones are curling a lot.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's one thing you don't have to do in bowling. No guards.
No guards.
No guards. All
just
takeouts.
whack stuff.
All takeouts. Always looking for a blank end.
Total annihilation.
Started using the intern on some of my my spares.
How'd that go?
Picking up the 10-pin way better. And here's Kris with her first rock. It's tough to tell. We have that little...
Yeah. This looks like a really good shot. Forget what I said earlier about this being tough. Kris has got it.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
A little over curl, but really good. Just like Tammy said, beautiful.
So, 5 Rockin Chicks still have the shot rock there.
Yep.
And the 4th rock. They have the 1st and 4th rock in that house.
Don't they have the 2nd and 3rd?
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm sorry, the red. Yep.
Yeah.
Red's got first and fourth, just like you said. Yep.
Hey, I don't know. I've confused so many things already in the first 2 weeks. So I had to pause a moment, make sure that
Well,
you
I'm
were
red,
completely
green.
right.
I'm red-green colorblind, so I had no idea what you're talking about.
Really? Oh, man.
It's my story anyway. I'm sticking to it.
Now, see, I really think that that's a mistake. You don't rub the rock with a gloved hand. The genie doesn't come out if you do that. It has to be barehanded.
He's got a lot of weight on this one. It's going to move something. Oh.
Well, that was going to be a tough double.
Mm-hmm.
You see that one on the TV, but in real life, that's...
So they're electing to put up another guard, replace the last one. Did such a nice with the first one, she's going to try it again.
They really need a good rock here, because if they leave that open, it could be a disaster.
Yep. Some, for that reason, might elect to draw another one into the house on the other side, so that they'll not give up such a big end. We'll see how she does.
Well, you know, I can say it looks a little heavy, but I've seen every shot 3 or 4 times, so it's not magic or me being good at judging things.
Okay. That's another way to go.
Yeah. That's
it's hard to get
almost
both
better.
of them out. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it might be a better shot.
A lot harder to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most people would not call that. That's a really fine-tuned shot. But if it happens as a plan B, great.
Yeah, there's almost no possibility of taking those two out.
Looks like Allen's not even going to try. He's just going to throw a draw. Let's try to get one in the middle.
And the last rock of the 5th end. This is for all the gumdrops. Or at least all the 5th end gumdrops.
They're sweeping it. They're not sure it's there. They got to go.
Well,
oh, beautiful. They get their one. Great shot.
Way to save. 5 Rockin Chicks really saved that end there with that freeze.
They sure did.
And with N5 over, we're at 6-5. Okay, and here is N6. We start out with a couple of guards, and this one leaks in a little bit, but behind the guards, so it's pretty nice. But with those K's of Scotland stone, those far guards are just not as effective.
You saying because they come around them?
Yeah.
Yep.
Got a little biter out there to the
That's
right. And here is the final 4 stones of the 6th end. So this is about the time where, even if you got a little lead, you want to really protect it.
Yep, that's what he's doing. Get one out front, block up the middle.
Unfortunately for Bill there, we have not yet invented self-tying shoes. Not even in curling. Not even the Canadians have done that.
Did you know that Dave here is quite an accomplished golfer?
Well, it stands to reason. I mean, he is Scottish.
Exactly. If he's Swiss, he'd be a chocolate maker and a watch maker at the same time, but he's Scottish, so he curls and he golfs. That's
true. They make knives too, the Swiss.
He does not bagpipe, as far as I know.
Well, that's good. That's good for all of us. Looks like it's carrying in a little bit here.
Gonna freeze up to the other one?
No, not quite. Personally, I think curling was invented by the Scottish to make up for the horrible decision they made with inventing golf. Golf is a horrible sport. It is awful in every possible detail.
Oh, Sarah, come on.
What? I'm just saying it is the worst activity anybody has ever invented.
Well, that's why curling makes up for it.
Another Sarah Maywalt style delivery for Tammy.
Have
Sorry,
you been teaching?
Tammy.
Look at this, though. She's got it.
Oh, that's nice. Oh.
Nice. Get it out of there, Kris. Good recovery.
Good recovery, but unfortunately neither of them clears the house. I was just checking on your score over, was that sheet A?
Yeah, some mistake. Somebody put this wrong. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, you managed to... You gave up 5 and then have managed to draw even.
Yep. Just don't watch the end of this and that's about to happen. Just forget that one, okay?
Well, we won 6 of the ends. Yeah, but the 2 we lost were both 5s.
That's what I've been telling my family ever since this game.
Yeah, we're really... This is starting to look pretty bad for the 5 Rockin Chicks.
They got to get one in. Looks like Green has 3 of them in the house.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room for red to come in there, but that one green rock out there is just going to make trouble.
Kris going to line it up and try to come around the side and see if we can get one right in the middle. That'd be great for her. Beautiful delivery.
Definitely not a Sarah Maywalt-like delivery there. Graceful, on balance.
She has it all. Unfortunately, it's over curling. It's not going to get through the port. It may even clog things up further.
Well, it's just going to stay in that big clump there.
Yeah. It's getting tougher and tougher to get one through the middle and get to the house now. And Alan's going to make it even harder in just a moment.
Yeah, it's really difficult when you have a guard out there in the what would you call that? The outer middle line, just because once the once the rock gets outside of the 3 lines in the center, it starts curling a lot more.
I actually wonder though if they could get one around the outside guard on the right side. Is that guard kind of up high and you plenty of room to curl around it? We'll see what they do. Alan's he's just going to try to plug up the middle, but I just wonder if the 5 Rockin Chicks could come around the wide guard on the right.
Okay, we've got a lot of thinking, a lot of talking, talking, and I think we've settled on a guard. Again, no Jeanie. It's a miracle.
He does do the spinny thing, where he spins the stone right before he shoots. That's kind of a fashionable thing these days. Looks a little heavy for a guard, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and they're not even pretending they're going to sweep that. Oh, maybe a little bit. But this looks like a plan B sweep.
Yeah, kind of blocked up that side shot I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 rocks each.
Well, should be just 1 for red, 2 for green.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. That was Alan just making that last shot.
And shield
Sick
dries.
ADD.
I was going to say shield dries as yellow scores another 5 over on sheet A.
They obviously cheated.
Totally. It's a Halloween thing. They just totally cheated. No. The Doug Shack's team played really well. They got all their stones in there. Scored 2 5-ends on us. Just made it really hard.
Yeah, no. It's like 2 grand slams.
Yeah. It takes the wind out of you.
Yeah. Like I said, 2 grand slams. You're just like, oh. Yeah, you get 1 grand slam, you get the 4 back, you're feeling pretty good, and it's done.
There it goes. Well, Kris really needs this one. This is a tough shot. You got to get it just on the right track, just at the right speed. Not easy. I hope she makes it.
Well, they're going at it pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's not even... It's not getting around anything.
No. It's going to end up over on the side.
I mean, green is looking in fantastic shape here. I mean, the worst that can happen is they lose 1.
That's right. And they're just going to try to take Kris's easiest shot away and make her make an even tougher one than the one she tried last time.
You always wonder if you spin the rock around like that, is it going to catch more stuff? Does it actually help?
The theory is that by spinning it that way, it'll fill up any crevices in the granite in the bottom with snow so that they don't dig in or do something funny, so that it makes kind of a temporary smooth surface there.
Yeah.
But some people, I think, just do it because they're fidgeting.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And these stones have a insert in the bottom of what they call Ailsa Craig Blue Hone granite.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely dense and extremely consistent. So I don't think you're going to find very many little crevices and divots and bumps and like this other stuff in there anyway. So I don't really think there's a lot of stuff to fill. I think it's more about feel and fidgeting and making yourself confident before the shot more than anything else.
Well, in every sport I've ever played, I've had some sort of, weird ritual
Good.
in front. Just because, it's like, just want to get to know whatever it is you're using.
Yep. I think that makes a lot of sense. It gets your brain into a good confident state, hopefully. Right?
Well, I don't know about that. I just have a strange attraction to inanimate objects.
Okay. Whatever floats your curling stone.
I don't think they float.
On ice, they do. See, they're floating all there on the ice pond there.
That's technically not floating.
Oh, that's not what I was told.
Ugh. Last rock of the sixth end.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Really tough shot coming around this side.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to do it. Green gets 3.
Green steals 3. Green steals 3, and after 6, it is Team Schmaltz 9, 5 Rockin Chicks 5. Oh, sort of half-hearted?
Oh, looks like they're shaking hands.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
had
it looks
enough.
like that's it. Looks like that's it.
Good game.
Good game. Great comeback by 5 Rockin Chicks, only to
Have it snuffed out.
not. Couldn't come back again, apparently, but it was still great to come back after that first end, losing 4, getting 4 stolen from you, and bringing it even back to even. I hope they take that as a moral victory, even if it's not an actual victory.
I hope they do. It was you got to fight back and get those stones back and try as hard as you can, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, life is like a box of chocolates,
Delicious.
except for the ones with like the cherries in them.
Oh, I love those. I love those. Those are my favorite.
Ugh. Well, anyway, Bruce, thank you so much for commentating with me.
Thank you.
We'll be back next week with more of Portland's finest curling. But for me, Sarah Maywalt, and Bruce Irvin, who was so nice to commentate with me, have a good night and good curling.
Good night, Sarah.